real. I'm tight real with the phony rappers. Y'all might feel we homies.
No, he didn't come.
They got hope?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm basically like picks the kids to bully every week to try and organise a sleepover. Like every week. Trying to say to you, and you've got to say no to them sometimes. It's like, I was like, you can't do it like whichever week you want. Like, I'm gonna put someone sad. Hey man, how you doing?
Ah, my commentator.
Commentator.
Just a sound check. Can everybody hear me? Is Hester watching? Ask Hester if she can hear
No,
me.
she's at Lachlan's game,
Okay.
sorry. What's it on? YouTube?
Julie, can you hear me? Just confirming. I just got here.
Good.
11:48 left in the first period. 1-0 for the Romans. Play comes around the boards. Carson dumps it back in. Perth carries it behind the net, carries it out front. Back to the neutral zone. Brody picks it up, dumps it in, dumps it back. Perth carrying across the Romans blue line. Brody's got him contained to the outside. Both fall down. And Jonah with a hit. Pass to the slot. Scramble in front of the net. Puck comes loose and batted away by Dean out of the zone. Picked up by the Perth defenseman. A familiar face for a number of the Romans. Bishop carries it behind the Perth net. Puck carried up to another for Romans, or familiar face of the Romans, Chase Matthews. Controlled behind the net by Perth. Picked up by Dean in the corner. Dean has a look, carries it up and shoots it down the ice, gets an icing, ready for a line change. 10:40 left in the first. 1-0 for the Romans on a really nice goal by Jack. Face off in the Roman zone, controlled by Perth, shot around the net. Chipped out by Carter, up to the blue line. Controlled by Lucas in the Roman zone. Again, chip to Carter, at the blue line. Carter up through the neutral zone, up to Bryce. A nice breakout pass. Bryce has his eyes up. Shot on net, off the crossbar. Excellent shot. Didn't quite pick the hole, but a very nice shot. Back to the first defense behind the net. Up to Lucas. Lucas keeps it in. Battling on the wall. Lucas circling at the net. Carter can't quite handle it. Now he tips it away from the defensive stick. Circles in the corner. Has his head up. Back to Lucas at the point. Lucas walks the line. Low hard shot. Tipped just wide by Eric. Carter behind the net. Eric's going to go after it. Held in by Ewan. Good sustained pressure here. Connor on the puck with Carter, with Eric. And a goal. A nice shot by Carter. Slipped in wide. Rebound up. Connor's stick, I think. Slipped to Carter, who found underneath the pads. 2-0 for the Romans. Connor to take the face-off. Griff, Jack, Max, and Wes. In the net, we have Zach. Face-off won by the Romans eventually. And into the zone, controlled by Zach.
That's for later.
Face off in the Roman zone. One back to the point of the wings. West in the corner with the puck. Shot tipped just wide. Connor in there battling in the corner. Out of the zone. Oh yeah, out of the zone. West now picks it up. He chips it up through the neutral zone. Pushes one Blue Wings player into another Blue Wings player, and they both fall down, and West on his feet. Smart play if that was his intention. Shot just off to the side of the net, handled well by Zach after a little bit of sustained pressure there from the wing. 8:13 left in the first, 2-0 for the Romans. Face-off taken by Jonah. Carson out to the point. We got on the line here with Isaac. So Jonah, Isaac, Carson. Jonah picks it up behind the net. Takes a hit, makes a play. Isaac's got the puck. Nice pass out to Carson. We've got good breakout, 2-on-2 play here. Isaac takes a hit, puck dumped into the line by Jonah. Carson first on the forecheck. Wins that puck, battling with the puck back and forth here. Isaac and Carson battling in the corner. Sorry, Jonah and Carson battling in the corner. Picked up by the Perth player, dumped on the ice. We're going to have an icing. 7.5 minutes left in the first period. Still 2-0 Romans. Coming onto the ice, Bryce, Carter, Eric, Lucas, and Ewan. Highly touted matchup tonight. Some familiar faces on the Perth side. Puck down to Carter in the corner. Out front, just tipped wide. Nice save by the goalie. There are 6 players on the Blue Wings ice right now. The Romans bench calling loudly for that, and it looks like they're going to get the call after there were 6 on the ice. Romans sustained some pressure on a 6-on-5 there. Good catch by the Romans bench. Referee's talking about it. One saying, yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And there's the extra guy in the box now, so they figured it out. Yeah, Romans power play. Taken by Bryce, controlled by the Romans, back to the point. Low shot by Ewan. Saved by the goalie. Shot to the line. Lucas has the puck over to Eric. The Romans are going to break it in. Oh, didn't quite handle that. Lucas going to carry behind the net. Going to take a cross check to the neck, and he is going to draw a penalty there. So it's going to be a 5-on-3. We have 6:44 left in the first period. 1:36 left in the first penalty, and now 2 minutes in the other penalty. So a 5-on-3 for the Romans for 1:36 or less. Connor, Jack, Griff. Wes, Max. Shot down. Wes controls the puck at the point. Max takes a shot, whiffs on that shot. Back to Connor picking it up in the corner, chips it back. Max has it again. Over to Wes. Says, I'm going to let Wes try it this time. Wes mishandles it, back over to Max. Going to try a wrist shot right on the goalie. Good save. Good puck movement there by the Romans on that 5-on-3 power play with 1:19 left in the first penalty for Perth. Face off one and controlled by the Romans. Back to Max. Over to Wes. Wes can't control that puck. Just going to take a slap shot at the net. Back out. Nice pass by Zach to work the Romans power play here. Up to Jack. Jack going to sustain the zone. Going to carry it out wide. Around the net. Sees nobody there to help him. But there's Griff there to help now. Tries to pass out front. Held in by Max. Going to try a slap shot. Fakes it over to Wes. Wes at the point. Down to Connor in the corner. Low and hard shot from the side of the net. Bad angle. Hard to score from there, but it was a good try. Jonah, Carson, Isaac, Brody, and Dean. Won by the Romans. Back to Brody. Over to Isaac. Oh, across. Oh, held in by Brody. Nice play by Brody. Nice shot. Just misses high. No points for hitting the glass, but that was a good shot. Back to Dean. Dean's going to take a nice hard shot. Saved by Alex. And kept in. There's Carson's got it now on the half wall. Nice shot. Carson's knocked down. Pick that shot. Took that hit. Back over to Isaac. Isaac. Over to Carson. Carson. Oh, nice low start shot. Good save. Just shot out by the first. 4 seconds left in the first penalty. 28 seconds left in the second penalty. Some good sustained pressure by the Romans. Some good shots at the net, but nothing in the back of it yet on this power play. We're going to try Bryce, Eric, Carter. Eric gets the puck, shoots it just in the net. What's there? Back to nice save. Shot out front. Got a little distracted by the continued music there. Thought it was a basketball game for a minute. Nice in-game entertainment here. Bryce to take the draw. Lucas, Eric picks up the puck. He's going to cut down into the corner. Look for Carter out front of that. Nice pass by Eric. Carter couldn't quite get a full stick on it. Held in, and the 6 seconds left. Penalty about to be over. Perth's going to dump it down the ice, and they've killed off both those penalties, but some good sustained pressure by the Romans during those 2 power plays. Perth picks up the puck in the corner now. Eric's got it. He's going to look across ice. Good idea. Carter's going to go hard after that, and there's going to be an icing call against the Romans. 4:27 left in the first period. 2-0 Romans. On goals by Jack McGlade and Carter Parrington. Coming onto the ice, Connor, Griff, Jack, Max, and Wes. Face off one and controlled by the Romans, but not so much controlled by Perth, sorry. Can't get it out of the zone there by Griff. Now it's chipped out by Wes. Jack's going to jump that puck. He's going in there hard. Didn't see Connor there, but it's hard to see him. Now battled hard by Jack. Almost kept in by Griff. Griff's going to regroup that puck in the neutral zone. Max calling him off. Nice call by Max there. Good communication by the players on the ice. Connor almost picked up that loose puck. He falls. Might need a skate trip in there, Dad. And dumped down the ice. Not icing, as was off a Romans player, or so says the referee. And I agree with him. Picked up by Jack in the corner. Now he's looking for Connor. Connor cuts across. Good play by, that's Griff, sorry. Number 16, not number 19. Griff's going to carry that puck out. He's going to dump it in. Going to peel off for a line change by the Romans forwards there. Up to the neutral zone. Dean's got it. Dumped in, no icing off Perth player. Picked up in the corner. Shot all the way around. Picked up by Brody. They picked luckily there that the Perth player didn't pick that up. We got Isaac in with the puck. He's going to shoot on net. Handled by the goalie. Rebound out. And now we've got almost a 2-on-1. We've got a little partial break, but some great back checking by 2 Romans, Isaac and Dean. Isaac takes a hit in the corner. Passed around to Carson. Can't quite get there in time. Jonah battling in the corner. Carson just shot by him. Shot wide of the net. Shot around behind the net. Dean going to pick it up. There's back to Jonah. A little bit back and forth. Whack-a-mole here behind the Romans net and in the corners. But we'll get there. Jonah makes a hit. Nice pass by the Perth player out front again, folks. No points for shooting it off the glass. Puck out of play. 2:24 left in the first period. Bryce taking the draw with Carter and Eric. Lucas and Ewan. Lucas controlling it in the corner. Lucas going to carry it out up to Carter. And Carter chips it off his stick. He's got somebody in front. He's got Eric there. Eric reaches for it. Just over the net. Tipped high by the defense. Nice play between Carter and Eric there after a good breakout by Lucas. Lucas going to pinch in here. Sorry, I couldn't figure out the word. Perth coming across, carries it over, dumps it in. Pursued by Ewan behind the net. There to Lucas. Ewan takes a hit. Sounded louder than it was, I think. Carter can't quite handle that puck at the blue line, and back in by Perth. Lucas likes this side of the ice, and it worked well for him again there as he got that puck out and through the zone. Puck picked up by the first player. He's going to wheel and fall in front of his own, and he might need a skate strip in too. Carter going to try and shoot it wide from down below the goal line. Doesn't quite work. Connor is deked around by players. We got a 3-on-2. Going to have to get back on a good back check there, and they do. Perth picks it up. Eric's going to almost chip it out. Didn't quite have the right angle. A little more physics there next time, Eric. Carter's got it now. He's pursued by the Perth player. He's looking up. Ooh, that was a bit of a elbow to the head on that. Connor picks it up there. Looking around, trying to find Wes. Carter's going after it. Wes at the line. Almost a tip in front of the net. Jack's going to get it now. Jack pursues the puck, takes a hit, uses his body to try and box out, but Max can't quite get it out to keep it in. West's going to circle behind the net, bounces it off the side. He's going to take it the other way now and sees Jack. Jack going to chip it by, and he's going to go by, and he might race speed everybody to that one puck. Jack's got a good set of wheels on him, and Connor Griff's now in front of the net. Jonah's now on the ice. It's a quick line change. Good hard shift by the boys. 8 seconds left in the first period. 2-0 Romans. And that's the end of the first. Then 2-0 for the Romans. They're going to regroup and have a go at it in the second. This first period brought to you by the Romans Bottle Drive. Romans Bottle Drive.
You know, Canada was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mute it for a sec. You can just mute for a sec. I can't mute it.
She's tall, not as tall as Atlanta, but she's 5 million. Yeah. So nothing new other than that, just working and feeding kids.
Yeah. Pretty much all that stuff, yeah. Better get back to the commentary. So I do the commentary.
We're going to be leaving soon anyway.
Okay. On your
I'll say the
on your way by all. Little intermission there from commentating. Now we're back. Price to take the draw. Nice save by Zach. Bounce in front of the net. Given away by the row. Eric's going to chase it now. He's going to go. A little bit of odd man rush almost here. Just chipped off Eric's stick. Out front, just chipped wide. Carter going to get in the corner. He's going to be coming up with that puck. He's going to shoot it from an odd angle. Really makes that save. Lucas back to pick up the puck, pursued by the Perth players. There's Eric bouncing the puck, chips it back in with keeping control of the puck. Ewan's going to dance it out now. He's got his head up. He's looking around, seeing what's going on. He's going to keep going. Good rush here by Ewan. Chips it by the Perth player into the zone behind the net and shot around the boards. Eric's covering at the point there. He picks up the puck. Almost batted in by Carter off a nice rebound. Got Ewan going in and forechecking. Nobody's covering back, so hopefully they get back. Otherwise, we're going to have an odd man rush the other way. Luckily, Jack was changing, and he's got a good back check. There goes Jack now. He's coming out with the puck, speeding up the ice. Sees Carter, who's got to go off for a line change. There he goes. And now we've got a Romans icing. Taken by Connor. with Griff going and pursuing it out there. A bit of a different face-off alignment on that one in the defensive zone. Puck behind the nets. Passed around, there's Max, comes up with it, up to Jack. Jack chips it out just to the line, doesn't get out. Tipped into the corner by Perth. Max going in to pick it up. Shot out there. Pursued down the ice, no ice. Well, nobody's F1. We've got a few 3 F2s on that forecheck, so those three will have to figure that one out next time. Max, last man back. He's going to have the other player win that puck. Shot wide. That's off the side. A little bit of a lackluster shift overall here by the Romans. They're going to have to, again, get this one sorted. There's Jack coming up with it. He dances around the player. He's going to take a shot just high of the net. Connor going in for the rebound. Makes a hit, and it's out of the zone. Romans going for a line change. Probably much needed. Here comes Isaac in, forechecking now. Carson comes up with it. He's going to take a wide angle shot, handled by the goalie, but a good attempt. There's Max. Slap shot again. Didn't quite get there. Handled by the Perth player here. Dean over to make a hit. Bumps off the puck, bumps in the corner again. Perth player circling with it. He's still got the puck. Player at the point calling for that. Isaac dumps it into the corner. Max shoots it around. Can't quite get it out of the Roman zone here. Some little bit of pressure here by Perth. And mishandled by the Perth player and looking for a defensive line change. They've been on there for a little while. So just off the post. A really nice play and just off the post by Isaac. Nice play between Carson and Isaac there. Bryce circles around with it. He comes up in the neutral zone. Picked up offside. Had it in, took it back out. Didn't quite realize that. 10:16 left in the second period. So that would be Romans. Musical stylings tonight brought to you by DJ Liam, or El Diddy, as he likes to be called. Dean carrying it in. Back down the ice. Brody across to Dean. Dean tips it off the glass up to Eric. Eric's going to pursue it, but back into the Perth zone. Covered by the Perth goal. 9:42 left in the second period. Puck out front of the net. Batted away there by the Romans. Can't quite get it in the back of the net. Now it's going to be shot down the ice by Perth. Lucas Medinsky in pursuit. He's going to carry the puck behind the net. Stopped by the Perth player. Out to the side. Griff's going to pursue it at the point. He wins that battle. No, he didn't win that battle. Now here comes Lucas. Going to chip it up to Jack. Through the neutral zone. 3 Romans there. Can't quite pick that puck up. Now it's 3-on-2 the other direction. Connor back checking. And a nice shot. Good save by Zach. Up to Griff. Jack keeps going. Jack's having a good strong game here. He's all over this puck. He wants to get another one here. Back to Griff. Griff just can't quite get his reach. And now we've got a 2-on-1 the other way. And handled by Lucas. Off into the corner. Lucas took the puck into the corner. He comes around the net. Head up. Oh, nice little fake there. And he's going to keep going with that. Well, Perth player dives, knocks it off his stick. Lucas makes a hit. Lucas now behind the net again. He's got his heads up. He's going to shoot it around over to Griff. Griff can't quite get there. And back behind the Romans net. And back up to the boards. Griff. Get it out there. Saved by Zach. He's going to cover that puck and says, you know what, fellas? Let's regroup here. Could use a little more jamming by the Romans tonight. Jamming at the net. It's 2-0 already. And there's Carson carrying the puck up to the neutral zone. Shot down hard. He pursues that player at a good hard forecheck. Picked up by Jonah. Jonah back to Max. Max to Jonah. To the set neutral. Oh, nice try. Isaac couldn't quite connect on that pass, but a nice good passing play between Jonah, Carson, Max, and then over to Isaac. Shot into the Romans on the bouncing puck, and Zach's got it covered. Max renewing some friendships on the ice there. Some of his buddies from last year. Got Bryce to take the draw. Eric, Carter. Out to the point of the Perth. There goes Eric. It's 2-on-1 the other way. Eric's got his head up. He knows Carter's there. He's going to shoot just wide of the net. Just missed. Carter out front to Eric. Doesn't quite connect on that pass. Nice try there by the boys. Just missed. Just wide. He comes up to just a bit outside. 6:53 left in the second period. 2-0 Romans. Connor, Jack, Griff, Dean, Brody. Sort of a little half win there, but controlled by the Romans out of the zone. Jack's slashing through the neutral zone. Going to be pursued now by Connor and Griff. Connor in there. Player gets around both of them. And now it's a 4-on-2 the other direction. Sees him over there. Jumped into the zone. Dean lays a hit. Gets out from the corner. Griff behind the net. D-to-D at the Perth blue line. There's Connor to pick up the puck. He's going to shoot it down the ice. Nice hit by Griff there. Picked up by Jack. Jack's going to slash through. Maybe a shot a little bit sooner there, but a nice idea. Now picked up by Jonah. A little more physicality here now. It's not a bad thing for the boys to get involved in some of that. Nice save by Zach after the player jumped the puck. Perth's picking it up here a little bit this period. A lot of action down in this zone. Shot by the first player, and chipped off. And Dean going to carry it to the corner. Hit by the first player. Over into the corner, picked up by Carson, and Carson up to Isaac. Nice pass. Isaac's got a partial break here. Oh, just off his stick. Couldn't quite connect, couldn't quite finish on that. A great pass by Carson, and just hopped over Isaac's stick there. Lucas up to Carson. Carson down, and no icing. Nice, a good heads-up play by Bryce to check to make sure the player was fully off the ice before he touched that puck. That's really heads up. The player laying a hit on Lucas. Lucas absorbs it, gets the puck deep. Battling behind the net, that Bryce Perth comes up with it. Bryce knocks him off the puck. Now Carson's got it. Little chip pass to Bryce. Bryce Over to Carter, can't quite connect in front of the net. A nice play by the boys. Carter's going to go and lay a check on the player behind the net. Puck around. Carter's now got it. Over to Eric. Eric sees it. Oh, a nice shot. Good save by the goalie. Another wide angle shot. Just missed the net. Behind the net with Carter. Carter over to Lucas. Lucas. One down low below the dot. Nice save by the goalie. Good sustained pressure there on this shift by the Romans. 4:09 left in the second period. 2-0 Romans. After a couple quick goals, not a lot of goals. Since then, chipped back down into the corner by West. Carter can't handle that pass. Pursued by Eric and Bryce. Oh, that would have been a pretty hard check from behind had that connected, but it wasn't. There goes Eric with the puck. We're going to have a Romans power play here after a penalty call against Perth for interference. Coming on the ice, we've got Connor, Jack, Griff, Max, West. Face-off won by the Romans, controlled by back to the point, across to West. Nice passing play. West shot on net, saved by the goalie of Perth. Another familiar face to some of our Romans players. Draw off to the left of the goalie. 3:38 left in the second period. Minute 54 left in the power play for the Romans. Again, face-off won by Connor. Back to West. West shot, missed the net. Max is going to go and pinch in and get that puck, shoot it. Picked up by Griff behind the net. Griff's got a look. He's got West there. He sees West. Another shot wide of the net. West back to Max. Max back to Jack. Sorry, Jack bumped on the puck. Jack slashes in and picked up by Perth and dumped down the ice. Max is going to pick up that puck behind the net. Across to West. West, nice look over to see Jack. Now he's got coming through the neutral zone. Jack's going to carry it in. Set it up behind there, fellas. Connor back to Connor. Connor's almost. Nice try by Connor. Had the goalie looking the other way. And Connor tries to get it. Can't quite get it in. And now we've got the goalie out of position there. Back to Max. Max off the shin pads. And down the other way. Did a couple good attempts there by the Romans. Couldn't quite connect on that. Dean's coming around. Nobody's there. Except Carson's way up here. Dean tried to get it to him. Wolf's pass wasn't quite fast enough. Picked up by the first player in the neutral zone. Now Jonah's going to cut through the neutral zone. Going to carry it in wide. He's got eyes up. He sees what's going on. Tries to pass back. Tried to two players and nobody got it. Carson falls. And just chipped past Brody out to the neutral zone. Brody sees it. He's going to shoot it back. A little bit of back and forth here. 14 seconds left in the Romans power play. Some nice shots, good attempts, but no connection. There's Brody up to Isaac, across to Jonah. Bouncing around. And Carson's got it. He's going to carry it in over the line. Penalty's over. Power play's over for the Romans. Carson's crunched against the boards. Carson's down. He's slow to get up. There's Brody, a nice hit to control the player at the blue line, but we've got some numbers going the other direction. Good save by Zach. Zach's on it tonight. Dean behind the net. There's Dean chipping it behind the net again. Brody back behind the net. There we go. Roman's trying to control it. Carter can't quite chip it by the player to get it out. Perth controlling it behind, back and forth, and just shot straight out to the Romans player. A little bit of a schmozzle in front of that is probably the best way to describe that. Perth putting on some pressure here. Romans keep giving it away, can't get it out. Zach with some couple nice saves. Romans just having a bit of a tough goal at this one. I'm back behind the Romans net. There's certain times you just got to get the puck out. This is probably one of those times, fellas. Let's just get that puck down and out, boys. There, we finally got it out of the zone. Bryce going to pursue in the neutral zone. And chipped back down. Dean's going to go get it. Probably due for a defensive change here as they've been on the ice for a little while. Chip back up. Eric going to tip it past. And there goes Eric with Bryce and Carter. Some dancing around him. Didn't know if he didn't see Carter over there, but now he's got a chance with a few seconds left in the second period. And at the end of the second, still 2-0 Romans. Start of the third period. 2-0 Romans. Connor, Griff, Jack on the ice. Battling along the boards here. Not much movement either way, but finally Romans come up with it. Connor's going to go and try and pursue that puck. Out-muscled by the Perth player. Back to the line. Ewan back. Back check by Griff. Griff behind the net with the Perth player. Lucas there too. Over to Jack. Jack's going to almost chip it out, not quite. And there goes Griff. He's going to chip it down, try and get past it. Connor's going to pursue. Offside. And puck came out. Came back in. Connor didn't realize it, so. But that was offside. Puck shot down into the Perth zone. Perth player picks it up, brings it up the half wall, and Perth breaks it out. Wes just missed that hit. Max is going to shoot it around. Nobody there to pick it up. Max behind the net, bumps with the other player. Jonah bumps with that same player. There's the puck goes behind the net again. Over to Wes. Wes up the boards and just out by the Romans. Jonah jumps the puck in deep. No icing called. Carson's going to go and forecheck on that one. Jonah decides he's going to forecheck too. They're going to have a little shoving match. And now West, nice pinch in deep to keep that puck in low. Carson in there. He's going to evade a check. He's going to go get it. And bumped against the boards against the first player by Jonah. Carson battling back there. Jonah on it. So some good puck battling. Kept in by Isaac. Isaac's got his head up. Passes over to Carson. Jonah going for a line change back. Oh, a good attempt to go to West. First player knocked down. Stick was in his skate, so Wes had to drop his stick and skate off. Otherwise, he didn't want to get a tripping penalty. There goes Max. He's on the puck. Down in. Kept in by Bryce. Bryce working hard over there. Kept in by Brody. Brody to Bryce. Bryce can't quite control that puck. Now here comes Perth. Picking the puck. Eric strongly pursued by Eric. Dumped in. The zone. And now Bryce carries it out. He's got his heads up. He sees Carter over here. Nice pass to Carter. Carter puts himself offside. Still, no, not offside now. Bryce has it behind the net. Attempts to chip it out front. Bryce takes the hit. Eric there to pick up the puck. Behind the net. Pursued by Carter. Carter a nice hit against the boards. Eric a nice hit. Good physicality by the fellas here tonight. Back behind the net. Carter can't quite put a stick on that. There goes Bryce. First player evades a check. Carter comes up with it. Oh, in front of Eric. Eric. Shot off, blocked by the first defenseman. Carter hitting the corner. There comes Carter with it. He has a wide angle shot handled by the goalie. 14:29 left in the third period. Still 2-0 Romans. Ewan and Lucas Widinsky pull the string with Griff, Connor, and Jack. Held in the line by Lucas. Pursued behind that counter. Can't quite get a stick on it. There's Jack. He gets it. Held in by Ewan. Jack along the half wall. Connor lifts a stick. Out to Griff. Griff can't quite get that shot off. And Perth around the net. They're going to break it out of their zone. Nice hard check by Griff and a hard back check by Griff. There goes Lucas into the corner. He's bumped to the player. Connor there to help. Over to Griff. Nice check. Nice pass to Jack. Jack can't quite get around the Perth defenseman, and Perth regroups it. Lucas can't quite get that one. Ewan's in control now, and he's going to look around. He's going to see Jack. Jack's going to pick it up off the boards. Couldn't quite get a handle on it, but now over D to Lucas. Brought the puck to the weak side, up to Griff. Griff going to pursue it down to the zone. Carries it deep. Takes one hit, takes two hits, still has the puck on his stick. Sees it, wide angle shot again. The boys must have some sort of plan here to shoot the puck from that wide angle, because they've been doing it a lot tonight, but Perth's been doing a good job keeping him to the outside. Good job by the boys to get some shots. There's Jonah with Isaac and Carson. Isaac behind the net. Grabs the puck out front. Carson, can't quite get there. Wes keeps it in. Good pinch by Wes. Now out by the Perth player. Isaac, good back check with Jonah. Back to Max. Max can't quite get it out, but now he does. There's Carson. He's going to go and reaching for that puck. Jonah plays a hit. Nice hit by Jonah. Up to Wes. Wes across to Carson. Nice pass. Carson's got around him. He's got through. He slashed through. Carson with a beautiful play. What a pass by Wes. And a wonderful play by Carson for a little burst of speed to get past the defenseman, and a really nice speed around the goalie. Great play all around there, fellas. Bryce here to take a draw with Carter and Eric. So that's the first goal we've had since about the first period. 12 minutes, 44 seconds left. The third. Face off, one in control by Perth. Crossed the red line, dumped into the Roman zone. Out front, shot from the point, handled by Carter. Dean battling in the corner with Perth player. There goes Carter. He comes up with the puck. He's going to carry it out, speeding down the wing, pursued by the Perth player. There goes Bryce in the corner. Carter chips it back in the corner. Knocked down. They're going to call a penalty on that one. That's okay. Goes the Romans' favor. 12 minutes even left in the third period. 3-0 to the Romans. Connor, Jack, Griff, Lucas, and Ewan. Let's take this draw and try and make this power play 2 minutes or less. Lucas comes up with the puck at the point. Controlled by Griff on the half wall. He steps in. Ooh, just missed. Nice shot. Just over the crossbar. Nice shot by Griff. There's Jack on the side wall. He's got it there. He's looking. He's going to shoot. Go there. Nice low, hard shot. Didn't quite get there. Shot down. Zach handles it. Got over to Lucas there. Lucas is going to weave his way up through the neutral zone, and he's going to try and carry it in. He gets past one Perth player. And Lucas for a shot. Oh, trying to short side shot. Almost got there. Nice play by Lucas to get that puck deep. There's Connor behind the net. Sees Jack or Chris. Couldn't quite get there. Jack. Nice shot. Nice shot. Nice shot. There's Lucas at the point. Low and hard. Just chipped over the net. Good attempts by the Romans. Hard to keep up with the fast pace of that play there. Jonah, Isaac, Carson, Max, left. 1:14 left in the Romans power play. Kept in by Wes. Jonah on the half wall. Isaac comes up with it. He dances around. He has a look. Nice play. Back to Wes. Wes down to Jonah. Jonah back up. Didn't quite connect on that pass. Wes is now going to go down and try and regroup and bring that puck out. Wes over to Carson again. That play worked well last time. They thought they're going to try it again. Carson over to Isaac. Isaac back to Max. Max eyes up. Over to Jonah. Jonah to Isaac. Isaac's got his head up as he enters the Perth zone. Cuts back. Just kept in by Max. A nice play. Tipped by the Perth player. Didn't take it out. There's Isaac now. He slashes in. Attempts a shot. Tipped up over the net. Back to Max. Max to Carson. Nobody in front. Got two guys at high, but there's a nice pass out to Jonah. Jonah tried the one-timer. Just missed on it. 13 seconds left. Max has got to move that puck. Didn't quite see everybody else up there. Now it's a nice pass up to Bryce. Bryce carries it through. Lots of chances on that power play, but didn't quite connect. Good wraparound attempt there by Bryce. West picks it up, low and hard, off to the side of the net, covered by the Perth goalie. 9:51 left in the third period. Bryce to take the draw with Carter and Eric, Dean and Brody. Toss controlled by the Romans, dumped into the first corner. Eric checking his head. And dumped down the ice right onto Zach. It would have been ice, but he wanted to play that puck. Says, get me in the game, folks. Got it out to the blue line. There's Eric. He's not going to get that puck out, except he's going to battle hard. And still out. Yes, they decided it was out. Face off taken by Bryce. Back. Ewan to Lucas. Lucas to Eric. Eric's going to get the puck in down past him, and Bryce is going to go hard. Forechecking that puck. Good hard hit. Knocked off the puck. Eric's going to go into the corner again. As that's Eric's office is those corners. He's not afraid to get into those corners and get to that dirty place. Battling hard, whacking away at this puck in front of the net, and carried out by the first player, but stopped by Lucas. Lucas knocked over, but he makes the play to get that puck out. Eric's got his head up. He's going to carry it through the zone. He's going to chip it off, and now he's going to go for a change. Probably about time. Lucas in the corner with Carter. Carter bouncing around with Lucas. Back to Carter. Carter picks up the puck. He might have a shot here at the net. Sees Lucas back there. Lucas is going to wind up for a slap shot. Low and hard. Handled by the goalie. Nice shot by Lucas. First now carrying out. We got a 2-on-1 the other way, but Jack with his back checking and a great play by Ewan to break up that 2-on-1 play. Well done, fellas. There's Ewan up to Griff. Griff can't quite handle that puck cleanly, so back over to the Romans, and goes the first player flipping through, blocked by Lucas. Lucas now going to carry it up. He's been active on the offensive side of the play tonight. Over to Jack. Just missed Jack's stick. Jack's going to go. He bumps the other player off the puck, and the other player wins it back, and now it's out. To Max. Max. Oh, lucky break for the Romans there. As the player mishandled the puck in the corner. Out front, there's Jack. Jack's on his own. He's going to have a one player change anyways. Jack dumps it in. He goes for a change. Now there's Jonah. Jonah back to Max. Nobody in front of the net. The players are on the line change. Round to Wes. Wes into the corner. Oh, kept in by Wes. Nice play. Jonah over to Isaac. Over to Max. Jonah's got it now. First player takes it the other way. He dances around, and nice save by Zach. A good play by the Perth players. They couldn't quite connect on an excellent save by Zach there. Now Isaac's got it. He's almost slashed through the neutral zone, almost been fair. Carson has now got it. He's pursued by a few players. A nice save by the Perth goalie. So some great saves that I've learned on that sequence of plays. 6:27 left in the third period. 3-0 Romans. Lots of people here watching this battle tonight. Eric off the draw, battling for that puck. Carter's got it now. Carrying the line, pass out in front of the net. He didn't connect on that pass. Now Eric's going to go pursue that puck in the corner, and the player just chips it past. Now we've got a 2-on-1 the other direction, except Eric's going to quickly turn it into a 2-on-2. A great back check by Eric. A heck of a skate, a heck of a battle. Good for him to get back on that one and broke up that play, and what may have been a goal. Brody's lost his stick in front of the net. Oh, Carter, you can't. Don't move that. Don't move that stick. There you go. And just out of the line by the Romans. And Romans, Brody has a chance to pick up his stick and regroup. Easier to play this game with the stick in your hand, so that's good. There goes Carter up the ice. He's got his head up. He's looking. Takes a couple hits over the Bryce. Jack sees that puck. Some quick hands keep that puck in. And a nice shot. Hard shot from just inside the blue line and handled nicely by the first goalie. Connor wins that draw. On a few of them there tonight. And out over the glass by the first player. 5 minutes and 15 seconds. Connor, Romans control that draw again. Off the player. Jack's got the puck. He's looking for a play here. He gets it to Connor behind the net. Connor attempts to get it out to Griff. They're working a good little triangle there over to Lucas. Lucas off the player's shin pad, and now we're going to have a break the other way. 3-on-2. We got some back checking there by the Romans players. Connor's going to pick up that puck now. He's going to skate it around the net. He's going to carry it out in front of the net, make a nice pass to Griff, but can't quite connect on that pass. It was in his skates. No icing because this ice is built up a fair bit of snow now tonight with the hard water out here in Lanark County. Ewan, a nice play to contain that break. Connor's going to lay a check. And Lucas is going to chip it around behind the boards, lay the body here, and he's going to come up with it. Lucas is all over this puck tonight. Lucas has got his head up again, as he always does. He's carrying it down the wing and just tripped up. Can't quite finish that play off, but a great breakout and rush by Lucas. There's Lucas. He's got the far side. You got Carson. A good play over there. Carson's going to carry the puck back into the Roman zone. Max behind the net to Wes. Wes up to Isaac. Max in front of the net. Batting away at the puck. And Wes is just going to hammer it out of the zone. 3:28 left in the third period. There goes Carson. He's going to take it in, but it's backed out by the Romans. Max stumbles a little bit there, and Perth ends up with it. But we got numbers back for the Romans, as you most often do. Max jumps to play in the neutral zone. A good play to see that puck, see that play materializing, and he jumped up there. And there's Isaac on the puck. Carson just keeps it in, but can't quite control it. But he's going to bring it back out of Max. Max to Wes. Wes to Isaac. Isaac can't handle that pass. Bryce jumps off the bench, almost picks up that puck. Him and Isaac are battling for it. You can have a line change here, so you got Eric and Carter and Bryce on the ice now. With Wes and Dean. Eric's going to pursue, make a nice hit, bump the player off the puck. Doesn't always have to. Oh, Wes is going to take a penalty there. That's it. Yeah. Luckily, the Perth players bounced back up. 2:24 left in the third, 3-0 for the Romans. The referees deliberating the length of that call. 2-minute penalty for boarding. The right call. Player turned and Wes took the body. That's going to happen. Connor here with Jack, Brody, and Dean. As the Perth controls that puck. Back into the corner. Shot from the point, handled easily by Zach. Quick change from the penalty kill, which is always smart to do when you have the chance to do so, especially when the puck's in your own zone. We've got Jonah here with Griff. Shot from the point, just missed wide. There's Dean in the corner. Player behind the net with the puck. And it's just out, and there's Griff going to go chase after. I hope only one of you guys need to go get it. There goes Griff. Jonah backs off. Good play by Jonah to recognize that on a penalty kill. Hammered back down by Brody. A minute 18 left in the penalty, and a minute 39 left in the third period. Dean's got it now. He's going to chip it back up. Perth's carrying it in. Brody stumbles, but still knocks the player off the puck. Brody's going to bump with him in the corner. Carson comes up with it. He's going to chip it to the line, just outside, and now Ewan goes back to get it. Ewan's got it. He's got his head up. He's going to fire it right down the ice. Good play. Just under a minute left now in the penalty, and just a minute left now in the third period. Perth carries it up over the line. They regroup with their line, and not much happening on the Perth power play here. The Romans are doing a great job with penalty killing this one. Isaac's got it. He's going to try and fire it down, but picked up by the Perth player. He's going to carry it in over the line. Got the puck. He's coming around, attempted wrap around, and out to the line, not out. Carson's on the ice, blocks the puck with the bottom of his leg. We got 25 seconds left in the third period, and a good win here tonight for the Romans. There we go. That's all she wrote, folks. 3-0 Romans win on Hockey Night in Lanark this Friday night.